Well, the day hasn't gone to plan as yet. Um, Hang on a second. Yeah, cool. Oh. Right. Yeah, today hasn't gone to plan. My son's been resting all day while I keep on top of what the dogs have been doing in the house and pissing and shitting and even after my pot of coffee, I was exhausted still, and I ended up falling asleep watching the Sammy the Bull video that I've posted about already today. I've checked how my son was when he left. He's also got family obligations at the moment. I said, if the police approach you, you're not to panic, you're not to freak out. My doctor is in control of the whole situation at the moment. You're not to panic, you're not to freak out. You let them check your state of being, yeah? And I'm not talking for sectioning or anything like that. I'm talking, if they do insist you've got to go with them, you do it peacefully, and you will be taken straight to the hospital to have your head injury checked if they deem that's what needs doing on the spot, yeah? That's only for my son's safety, yeah? He's been totally peaceful all day, like I said, no problem. I think he's coming back here later. That's what he said. When we're going to talk properly. I think he's got a lot to say. So I'm just going to listen. And I'm not recording none of it. Right? That I'm giving my word on. I'm not going to be recording anything of that. Because I can hear the remorse in my son's voice while he's talking to me with his head lowered and that, you know. He's not being cocky fucking aggressive Jack at the moment, yeah, like he was while his head was being painful and that, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Yes, I understand. Thank you. Yes, I understand. Thank you. Right. So I can't just leave the message unanswered because it's to do with my son. But I can't keep answering messages at the moment because I'm doing something myself. So for now, she's just put a thumbs up. So yeah, that's cool. That's the only thing that would be a concern because of his state of being, which is why I've told the police. Well, I asked the police, look, if you approach him, please be kind with him at the moment because there's something not right. It's not a sectioning thing. This is we're concerned about this head injury and we're going to get it checked out properly because this sort of behaviour has never happened before, so it is a result of what's happened to him. It goes against every grain in my body to talk to the police about things like that after what's happened with me personally. My son is now classed as disabled until such times as he's deemed by the doctors fit and able to carry on his life properly. So, you know, fit to work properly, fit to serve whatever's going on political wise or whatever at the moment, yeah. He's simply unfit to be doing any of that. He can't be in a workplace dealing with other people. Well, oh, come on, just get your nose out my back, please. The postman startled me when I got woke up because the dog started barking at the door, and so I sort of leapt out of bed, looked at the camera, saw it was the postman. I thought, shit, I've got no letterbox, so I had to go and answer the door. I was like having a breathing attack, this sort of breathing cross fucking anxiety thing while I was going to the door, fucking shaking and fucking hell, man. You know what I mean? You know, it's just, this is the fucking PTSD, mate. It's fucking ridiculous. So I'm sort of breathing. I'm thinking I'm going to have a fucking breathing attack at any point. I said, look, if I can't actually get to the door and answer it, I said, please keep hold of the mail. I've already told the post lady who was driving about in the van yesterday, if you can't post the mail here, keep hold of it until the door's fixed, and then I'll make contact with the post office to come and get all the mail that's being held back. Yeah, if there's anything important, or if you're doing your rounds and you're trying to deliver the mail, I have a camera on so I can see if anyone comes to my door, so I can see the postman arrive. If I don't answer the door, then obviously I'm not here. So keep hold of the mail. Okay, don't return to sender or nothing. Just keep the mail. Hold it at the post office, and I'll collect it myself in person when I'm able to. It's only down the road anyway, so not the post office shop, the actual post office depot. So it's easy for me to collect. Right, so that's what he knows at the moment. I said, "You all right at the moment in yourself?" He said yes. He's very quiet and subdued at the moment, which is very unusual for him. He's usually a cocky, confident person, put it that way. Cheeky. But that's going to be changing for a little while he deals with his addictions. and we sort that out as well, while he hasn't got the pressure of having to work and lose jobs because of those addictions. Yeah. So everything's being sorted out. I'm doing my job as a parent. I'm not interested in what was said to me in anger by my son while all this was going on. Simply not interested in what was said, the words that were said, whatever. Yeah, none of it. I'm not holding that over my son or holding it against my son because of his head injury. Right? The police are also aware of that, so there shouldn't be an issue. I treated them with respect when they came to my property. Which was totally different. They were females coming into a male house at 4 o'clock in the morning. Totally unaware of what they was facing. They was treated with respect, courtesy, because they was women. If two blokes, big blokes, turned up, it would have been slightly different because they would have been, strutting about trying to take charge and this is what's going to happen and da 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 da. But the woman that I dealt with, it needed that female compassion and understanding to understand what's going on here, or what was going on here the other night, which is what happened. So I do thank them for that. That in itself tells you something about my feelings towards the police and that. I'm not a police hater. They have a very difficult job to do with the side of life that some people in life have to live by because it's all around them everywhere they go. You don't have any choice but to deal with people like that in your life because it's everywhere. It's so widespread, yeah. So you just can't get away from it. I'm not going to go on with praising the police because I still have issues with the things that was done to me, which is separate from my son. So I'm thanking them for how they've treated and dealt with my son this far. We are going to get this all sorted out as soon as he's willing to take that first step, go to the hospital, get it checked out properly. We talked to the police about this because you have to, son. I've already reported the crime to them. You're carrying an injury because of it, and all this happened because of that. It has to be done that way now. It's already in motion. So you have to talk and stand up for yourself on this. You've done nothing wrong, but you have to talk to them about this, and this has to be sorted their way before I find the guy that did it, because I will hurt him. So they have to be allowed to do that. Otherwise, you're going to lose your father, who will end up doing a life sentence. Yeah. I don't want to have to do that, but I would happily and gladly do that for my children, any of them. I would kill to protect them, and they know that now. I've said if you talk to your mother about what was filmed of me in a defensive posture from that door, yeah, because this was the camera angle where I was being filmed, mocked while being threatened, yeah, while he was acting not himself, yeah, and I'm in a defensive posture, standing where that is, and I'm armed with my hood over my face because of the threats, yeah, that was out of character and being made against me, yeah. And he was saying, "Can you see this? Can you see this?" Yeah. Don't know who it was to, but you know, can you see this? Can you see this? If it was to a friend or to his mother, it doesn't fucking matter, does it? What has he just shown the fucking world? My dad will kill me if I cross that line. He will take my fucking hand off if I cross that line. This is how he will deal with people that come against him. If he will do that to his own son, if he's, you know? And I'm having a PTSD episode at the time, so yeah, you come towards me with that fucking weapon, son, I'll cut your fucking hand off before you can fucking use it. Son or no son, don't fucking ever do that to me, because I don't want to hurt you, son. I can't help the way I am. I grew up in a very violent trade. You know, when your mother don't really care, you get sent to play with the local drug dealers, don't you? Because they just simply don't give a fuck about you. You know what I mean? Oh, she loved me so much. You know what I mean? We used to joke about it when I was doing cash work, picking apples and that. It's like, you know, oh, my mum's so loving. Yeah. And when it was my turn to come out with a joke, I said, yeah, my mum's so loving. She sent me to play with the drug dealers and I nearly died. And the sense of humour just went. They didn't know whether to laugh or whatever, but I was being honest. You know? That's not love, is it? That's not parental love, is it? That's hatred of the father. Because the son is being like the father, so yeah. That's why I am like I am. Because it was beaten out of me, drugged out of me. Amongst other things. Let's just leave it at that. I was put on medication from a very early age in childhood to stop me thinking about my dad, because I wanted to be with my father, not my mother. And she couldn't accept that. So I was medicated to be controlled. And then religion was used to control me. And you see what I'm saying. So it's all to do with the PTSD that I'm trying to get myself done, while I'm trying to help my son, while trying to keep myself in full control of myself, so I don't end up getting sectioned for posing a threat to myself or anyone else. But clearly I'm able to do that. So, you know, when the police go and talk to his mother to check if has this been going on, have you been both communicating, trying to get your son help? Yes, I saw that the other day, blah, blah, blah. I was showing this of my former partner standing there with a chainsaw and fucking weapon in his other hand as well, ordering my son not to fucking approach him, or he would hurt him. You know, she was fully aware of what was going on in the house, but I wouldn't put it past her now. Like now I found out what's, been dripped in his ears and that, which was the cause of why he went absolutely fucking berserk out of nowhere. Yeah, but something ain't fucking adding up. Right, so it's all been got to the bottom of. So, yeah, look at the fucking damage you caused, bitch. Yeah, he's already said, look, I'll pay for that, and it's like, nope, don't worry about it. If I'm struggling, then you can help. But as your parent, you need to get on with your life, and I'm supporting you through what you're going through. Like I said, I've already posted a couple of things today, including the person that I spoke with in the past. Marnie, get round this side and stop bugging the girls, please, or they're going to start pissing again. Get up there now. Now lay down. Stop licking my hand, creeping. Just fucking do as you're told. Yeah, I've literally just woken up. I sort of fell asleep. I was fighting to stay awake, but I ended up just napping. Not as young as I used to be, and there's a lot of stuff going on. Whose belly's that? Yours, Hulkster. You've been eating grass again out in that garden. Have you? Fucking hell. Go and get something to eat, Hulkster. Go and eat. Go on. Oh, one of you's out, or both of you have emptied out one bowl, haven't you? That's good enough. You've had something. You got meat for tomorrow. It's Tripey Saturday tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah, we can't afford to give you meat every day, can we? So you have kibbles, and we do the meat thing at the weekend, otherwise it's fucking nightmares to clean up and shit. And it's fucking a lot harder to clean up if they do it in the house. The boys don't, it's just the girls. Right. My fucking shin's hurting. I've bruised it somewhere. And that's the bit of the ankle that should be bolted together and screwed together, because the actual shin bone broke into two and splintered that way. Yeah, so it's healed back, but it will easily just re-break on the same points, and something's going on there at the moment with it. Very painful to put even my foot on at the moment. So, yeah, basically the shin bone peels apart like that. So when I try and put any pressure on it, it's trying to pull apart again from the inside outwards. No, Marnie, no. Just go and lay down, buddy. Thank you. You're not climbing over Hulkster to elbow me in the ribs. I'm seeing boycott Israeli products brands posted by a Muslim lady, I think. I'm not. I'm English. Put it that way. I'm English. I don't know how to pronounce foreign names. I don't know if a foreign name is a female name or a male name. So I just call them a Muslim person. Yeah. Don't know what country they're from or whatever. Yeah. Bearing in mind, I've classified myself as a hybrid. A hybrid, yeah. I'm aware of both, but I choose to freely follow one and turn my back on the other because it's the state owned religion by the crown. It's owned by the crown. So that's why I turn my back on it fully. Because that religion was used to control me. And I am as I was created. Only meant to be controlled by the Creator who created me. So I choose the Book of Peace over the Book of Genocide. And that's my that's my overview of what both books represent. One represents genocide and freely talks through it all the way through there. One talks about conquest and that, and it touches on the same subject, but it doesn't make whole chapters out of it, or, it's not glorifying genocide, which is why Israel, in its current state, is going to fall the same way as the old Jewish state that was punished by the Creator through whatever happened to it, which we'll never know the truth about because it's a history long past. And we all know history is always written by the victor. So the Roman way is the controlled religion, isn't it? Yeah. And that's why people fear Islam. Because it's not controlled by any one state. It's not controlled by the Saudis. It's not controlled by any other country on the face of this planet. Right? It was a message from those that came to Earth. The same as what we've been given pointers to all the way through our lives and history of our species on this planet. That's how I see it. Right? Whether that means that those that came here and created that slave race are the ones we're actually worshipping is also written on the walls in ancient Iraq and that. It does clearly say that in those scriptures if they have been translated properly. So even that's questionable. Right? But it's all part of working out the puzzle, isn't it? You know, about who are we, why are we here. So I choose to follow that book of peace over the book of genocide, as I see it. Because the countries that are pushing for war and that mentality use that religion to do it. That is the old world order. And to be quite honest with you, we're sick of the whole fucking lot of it. Everybody is sick of the whole fucking lot of it. The old order, the new order. No, we ain't fucking having that. The people around the world ain't having it no more. And the slaves are rising up the same as what they did before those that came to Earth apparently left the Earth. The slaves rose up against their creators. And the Muslims talk about God exists outside of our known universe. Could be describing the same thing as the Sumerian texts. Might not be. But that's the journey I'm on to keep me a peaceful man. And a good man in life. Or as good as I can be. Living my best possible life. And this isn't it at the moment. So there's a bit of work to do to get us to that point. And if I'm going that way, then I'm taking my children with me along that path as well. I, in a way, boycott American products. I don't buy McDonald's, stuff like that, or Costa Coffee, or anything like that. I do business through Amazon, granted, but I don't buy burgers when I know the tax off the burgers goes in the pot that buys the bullets that kill people abroad. So I just simply don't fucking use that company to assist that in any way, shape or form. Which is the same as the boycott Israel thing, yeah. I've been doing that for a long, long time. I only buy specific things what I really absolutely necessarily need in life, or I'm not advert driven. I can't be convinced I have to have one of those. Yeah, I just can't be convinced of that. If I need it, I'll buy it. If not, I don't get swayed. I need my funds and my everything else for my bills and living and, you know. So I'm not like a woman. I don't just want to go out shopping all the time, you know what I mean? Right, dogs are all peaceful at the moment, but it's going to get chaotic, very chaotic over the next week as Willow comes into full season. Marnie turns into literally a dog on a mission. If a human was in that same state, he'd be a very, very dangerous person. Yeah, because his instincts override his demeanour, which will make him launch himself onto her to dominate and breed. She does not have a choice in that when he's in that state. Basically, she's getting it whether she likes it or not, if he gets hold of her. Right? Which is, in human terms, that's being a rapist, isn't it? Yeah. But in the animal world, that's how animals do things. Only the strongest genetics are passed that way. And if the female don't want the thingies, the female will attack the male dog. And it'll end up in blood. Bloodshed. You know what I mean? That in no way excuses human behaviour or is in any way to be taken out of context to say that I support rape and all that sort of shit. So please don't attempt that, because that would be wrong of you. But that's behaviour in the animal kingdom, yeah. I've always said if you want to understand humans, look at nature first. You'll find solutions there. So if a dog's butt fucking another male dog, excuse my language, it's dominance. It's not because they're gay. It's dominance of one over the other. Right? Which is my answer to the same thing in humans. So I'm clearly saying I don't care if it's wrong or right or what human terms are used to accept or justify that. People are what people are. If people want to do that, they do it in their lives. It's, just don't try and sway me with it. I accept you as a person. Don't force those views on me. Yeah. I've got people that I know that are that way inclined, and I don't have any issue with them. I don't fully understand it. In a way, in a quirky bloke way, it's kind of, do you know? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I like that. No. Come on, behave yourself. You've seen it all before on films when you was younger. You know what I mean? You're a grown man now. Come on, behave yourself. So I have to check myself rather than quip out a bit of humour that might get taken offensively. You know what I'm saying? And I can see a lady online on my Facebook chat list up there. There is a lady's lady. And actually, the first time I saw her, I thought, wow, Jesus, she's tidy. It wasn't until later I found that out, but no, it didn't change my opinion of the lady. She's very polite, professional, very nice person who's just had a baby. And I've been, I show my support because I celebrate new life. I'm not judging them. I think I even made a joke about it. I said, well, publicly I made a joke about it. I said, well, next time you might find you'll get an offer instead of having to difficultly go around your process of how you've had to do that. maybe you'll both be happy mums at some point. You might get a bog off a buy one get one free. You know what I mean? Oh, I made a joke of it. I said, well, if you want that bog off offer, I said, yeah. So both come round. You know what I mean? But that's just the cheeky me. The cheeky me. Yeah. Would I? I'm a bloke. They're only going to go to waste, aren't they? If they ain't used anyway. It would be one of those things where you would, if that was the case, you would and do your job, and then happily leave the women to get on with it in life, yeah, without interfering. There you go. God bless you. Yeah. That says about my character more than what people assume about my character. Yeah. That wasn't a statement about taking advantage of people or blah 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 or whatever that would be. Classed as something completely different, wouldn't it? Depending on which way it was viewed or which angle it was viewed from. Well, I don't sway that way. Never have. Was never confused about it in life. I'm a breeder, not a bleeder, as they say. Right, that aside, back to today's thinking, which is getting my son his help, which we've been doing. So he's resting up while I'm checking, or he has rested up and while I've been checking and seeing how he is when he wakes up, and does he need to get to the hospital right now, you know. I'm assessing because I've got to talk to my doctor after re-looking at the situation here. I'm being completely honest with my doctor about this. We're not trying to scam or anything like that. This is genuine. So I am keeping an eye on the whole situation. I've got about a 2.5 hour video, audio only, that's backed up in my tablet, so I can only make sort of a certain amount of videos before I have to clear the whole lot of the videos out to make space to record new ones. Yeah, so that's how far we've got today so far. I'm going to order myself a Chinese in a little bit because I don't want to have to cook tonight. And tomorrow morning I'm going to crack on with cleaning the house bit by bit. I'm just so exhausted at the moment from everything that's been going on. I've caught my sleep up, but for me to be napping that or being tired that early in the day after drinking strong coffee sort of tells you and tells me that my body's not as young as it used to be and it needs to rest. So that's why we haven't been rushing about today thus far. If that situation changes and the pressure starts building up in his head again, then we're going straight to the hospital. Whether he likes it or not, I'll call the ambulance here myself and get in the ambulance with him, even if he has to be strapped to the fucking bed. Yeah. If I see that again, he's got to be rushed straight into hospital. So I need people to take the pressure off him. Don't fucking, which is what I spoke to some of his friends the other day, while I was live online. Like I said, that wasn't to entrap anybody. That was literally me dealing with my son's problem. The problem with the injury to his head. And, word's gone out now. Yeah, please, everyone, just back off this guy. Don't give him no shit, or his dad's going to go absolutely fucking batshit crazy and start hurting people. Please, you know. Some people are very serious in life, aren't they? If I don't want to be giving it the big one and throwing my weight around. If I have to tell people, look, please understand this, just back off him a little bit at the moment. There's something seriously wrong with him. As a family man, I'm asking you, and I would do the same for you in return if there was a problem with one of yours that I had in my life or something, you know what I'm saying? So, love and understanding. No problem. Everything's cool. He now has his phone on him. I would be aware of how smartphone technology is used and treat that technology as per from that point. Yeah. Like I said, I've already told my son, if the police do converge on you at any point, this is what you'd say. My doctor is in control of the whole situation here. He's given his advice on that while we transfer the medical details over to his surgery. And he will stand up for you over that. Because I've asked for his help, and he's a good man. A good, honest man. Who discussed with me about when I picked up that book and started reading, and he was, just in general comment, man to man, he was telling me about the pillars of Islam and that sort of thing. Not trying to convert me or anything, but just trying to give me advice on, my journey. Marnie, come away. I'll show you what I mean. Because the barrier got kicked the other night, and there's a metal bit, a wooden bit. Let me show you from this angle. One of these bars is like a fucking spear tip at the moment, where it got kicked, and Marnie's putting his head through there. So he's going to either rip his face open with it or whatever, which is why the other one's behind it. Right, Marnie, go back that way. You little hussy. It's clean out in the hallway again now, because I've been cleaning it and keeping it clean. I've now got the curtains open so the dogs have got light in the hallway, yeah? when that door's shut, it's like they're confined in a fucking box, isn't it, for them? So that's why that door's open, and the light from that window is, because I've got no front door window at the moment. Right. How are we doing time-wise? Is that 50? Yeah, 50 minutes. I haven't looked at any YouTube videos. Marnie, come away from that door, now. So I'm going to see what's on YouTube now. Let me just shut Facebook for a minute. Because I don't want to invade people's privacy by flicking up who's online and who isn't and that sort of stuff. You know, because of trolls and shit. Right. Very good video, that one. The ADX Supermax prison. Put it this way. The tactics and the psychology streamed 38 minutes ago, so I think he's live. No, it's not live.
Come hold me tight. Scott, my boy, what you call the greatest.
On his Elvis buzz today. Good man. I've been dropping the videos today because, yeah, it's his help and advice of how I controlled myself during the whole thing. That's what would have kicked off in prison had I faced the same thing in prison. Yeah, I would have been exactly the same way, but with improvised weapons like vapes with lolly sticks in the head, sharpened to a point, ready to stick in necks, and because that's how it got. Yeah, when I got that cracked rib, I had 2 vapes, one for each hand, and they was going straight up the nose with the vapes. As soon as I got the guy off on the floor, those would have been going straight up his nose, into the brain. Quick, instant, done. You're dead. Just as I told the prison staff. He would have ended up on the floor first, and then he would have been killed. The same as I would have took my son's hand off if he had attempted to go for me at that point. Luckily he didn't, because I was not joking. My son today, aware of that, a different kind of respect is between us both now. Yeah, you've always thought your dad was a pussy because he's a peaceful man. Now you know different. That's the old me. The person that used to hurt people without even hesitating or feeling any conscience about it whatsoever, because it was a means to an end of the life I was living at the time. And I apologise for my past publicly. I can't do anything about it. I cannot beat myself up about it because I was doing all that for my children anyway. And the greedy cunt that was never satisfied, who, you know, yeah, it probably was like that man said. Oh yeah, it didn't end that well. Oh, and by the way, he did that. What? I've got no fucking idea. I've got no fucking idea, but blacked out problems, serious intravenous drug problem. Nearly destroying myself. Fucked up people do fucked up things, and I haven't got my entire memory from times when I've overdosed where we've split up, and I simply fucking don't know, mate. I simply don't know, so I don't even know if it's true. But you can't fucking do shit and say shit like that to kids. You can't put ideas like that in your kids' heads. You just can't. No matter if you're hurt or you matter of factly just drop it in a conversation while you're drunk with your children or whatever. Do you know what I mean? You just simply can't fucking do that. We had when it was good and when it was breaking up, we had a very anything goes sexual thing between us. Other than that, I can't fucking remember every single moment because I've got periods in my life where I can't remember a fucking thing about. But saying that, I can remember things from when I was a tiny baby, when I was a very tiny child. But there's periods of my life what I can't see, I can't access in my memories due to things that I was doing at the time and overdoses and things like that. You see what I'm saying? So, I apologise fully to her when I took one of my children down there one day after he'd been kicked out of the house for something, of a personal nature. And I apologised in front of her husband to her. That should have been the end of the matter because I was saying that I lost everything. No, I don't want to partake with you, mate. I lost everything because of that shit. And you're doing it in front of my family and children here, mate. And it's irritating me a lot. I lost everything because of that. And you're still accepting that in your house, woman. I didn't say this at the time. I was sitting there with an axe in my bag, waiting for an opportunity to take him out there and then. Like I said, you've seen that axe. That wasn't picked up against my son. Marnie, come and lay down now. Thank you. So I'm going to enjoy this while I go and put the kettle back on and sit down and enjoy this video. But yeah, Yummy was right in what was being said yesterday. He had the ability to, read the situation, could tell what was. Some people are just on the level. Let's put it that way. Yeah, some people are just on the level. He knows today that I'm trying to sort my son out. So this video is just a upload to say this is what we've got so far. This is how it's being done. My son's fully aware of what's going on now. And it's like Fucking hell, I feel so guilty. I could see this on his face, how he was carrying himself, his head down low, and it's, you know, I did that to you, Dad, and you're showing me this kindness, and you're still trying to help me, and I could tell he was very, very sorry. So, he doesn't need to apologise to me, I'm not that way inclined. Yeah, I can tell he's sorry, because his whole mannerism has changed. Yeah, even whoever was seeing that video was like, really? He's willing to do that to you? Oh fuck. Can I really trust this guy? Well, you know, it doesn't matter. If I've given my word stands. But that's what I used to be. So if I talk calmly to a man about an issue, then I'm being truthful and honest. No, I didn't say that, did I? Get up on the bed. Get up on the bed now. Move. There. Now. Get up. Get up. Don't make me pick that shoe up, boy. Stay there. Have you, dirty little girl. I should walk you down the hallway and rub your fucking face in it now, girl. Because you're just taking the piss. You're using it as a fucking toilet. No, it's not funny. And it's not a, ha, clean that up, human. No, I'm not. Not right now. Lay the fuck down now. Or you're going, actually, you're going in your crate anyway. You're going in your crate. Because you're being a cunt. Before I stand in it. Willow, come. Lola, stay there. Come. Move with me, bitch, or I'm going to drag you down the fucking hallway. Come. Come. Move. Now. Now the walk bucket's just gone in it. Move. Get in there. Stay there, Lola. Stay there. Stay there. Until I clean it up. Stay there. Do not move. Don't move. This is just to stop you walking through it. Before I do. I'm having breathing issues at the moment. Smoking too much. Get in there. You are a bitch at the moment, Willow. You're being a bitch. Just like, his sister's been, from what I've heard. Shut up, Marnie. I'm trying to sort the water bucket out and clean this up. Without stepping in piss. It's every single noise they can hear outside the front door. If it troubles them, they go and mark, which is what's happening, so there's no noise break. If they hear a car door slam shut quietly, it's going to sound like it's being slammed at the moment to them. Yeah, and they will do this to mark their territory because she's in season. Yeah, so it is her doing it. And that's why it's happening at the moment. As soon as I get a double glazed window in a inner door. So I'm walking around barefoot trying to sort this out and film at the same time. So what was being shown on that video about this is how he treats these fucking dogs simply wasn't fucking true, because this is what I'm constantly doing all day, every fucking day. Cleaning up after them. Whether I take them out in the garden or not. Right? It was just that he didn't like the fact that he was smelling piss. I was making no attempt to clean it up because I simply weren't fucking interested at that time. I was medicating myself. Sometimes you have to prioritise things, don't you? So if you have to smell a bit of dog shit or smell a bit of piss, you smell it. You don't fucking let it take over your life and it become a problem so you can't function and you kick off about it, do you? It's you just simply get up and clean it too when you're able to. If you can do it straight away, you do it straight away. Right, I've got to put the tablet down because I've got to flick shit out of it and put it in the toilet. Yep. Oh, I'm looking forward to this Chinese tonight. Right. Ouch. Lucky I didn't have piss flicked up me then. Right. Right. Willow, whether you like it or not, you're in your crate now. Until such times as I come and get you and take you out in the garden. Yeah, the gate's still wide fucking open. Right, Lola, move. Get up, move. That's it, just so I can get you this blanket to lay on. There you go. Actually, you little lady, get in there. Back up, back up, back up. Now Willow's out of the equation. That doesn't need to be up. Move. I know what you're going to try and do. You're sniffing, then you're going to pee on it, aren't you? Leave her be. Leave her be. Get in there. You see what I mean? It's like a fucking house of cards, isn't it? When you're trying to stop them from doing something they want to do so badly naturally. She's not in season. It's not her, Marnie. Now calm down. She's not the one in season, is she? Go and lay down. Go on. Actually, yeah, you can come and lay up here. You boys down that end. Lola, you lay down, please. Before you get used as a fuck bucket by these two. Lay down, that's it. No! Get up, Marnie. Now! You just want to fuck it because it's a bitch. Lay the fuck down now. Behave yourself, control yourself. She put her head on his... She put her paw on his head as if to say... The same as when I was joking about the dogs' names the other day, yesterday, yeah. That was a female bite, like your mother would have done to your neck, to bring you back under control. Just a touch to the neck, the Caesar Milan way. Right. That's an hour 10 on the video, yeah. I'm going to upload this one. Everyone's aware of how the situation is unfolding. It's reaching its conclusion now. Safely for everybody involved in everybody's life involved here, if you see what I mean. So it's being safely concluded. My son is currently disabled, unfit to work. Right. Oh no, I've just pulled out a white hair that I saw hanging down in front of my face. Ooh, I'll have 100 of them now, won't I? Fucking hell. Yeah, I'm not going to pan round at my appearance at the moment because I'm waiting to go in the shower. I've just been laying on my bed today. I can't even remember if I'd taken my antidepressant this morning or not. I don't think I did, actually. Yeah, you're right to look at me, Marnie, before I told you off. No you don't. No, you don't. Marnie, you will be going in the other crate if you do not behave yourself. Look, you're on a mission, buddy. I know it's hard for you, but she's only trying to control the pack at the moment, so don't take that as a sign that you are to take liberties, or I will discipline you, and so will she. Last warning, Marnie. Willow, move. Move. Sorry, Lola. Oh, you've just rolled into the ashtray because I knocked you over. Right, don't worry about that. I told you back the fuck off, didn't I, boy? Right, Lola, please lay still. That's it. Good girl. You just be submissive. I'll keep these boys fucking under control. Lay the fuck down now, Marnie. Good boy, Hulkster. No, don't fucking climb on me or my pillow. Just lay down, behave yourself. There you go, Lola. Alright. She's being submissive. Right. With her old AK bullets up. Look. Right, let's end the video anyway. Just taking a firmer hand with the dogs at the moment in a kind way, but I'm having to override massive testosterone levels in the dogs at the moment, for obvious reasons, but that's nature. So right, I'm going to enjoy this. Hopefully I'll be able to communicate with him properly in a live video, or the next time he's live or whatever. If it's possible, I'll pop in and say hello, because I respect the guy. He's a very difficult life, and the advice that I'm getting on conduct, that sort of stuff, You fat bitch, you was just struggling to get up then, wasn't you? Go on, let's move them out your way then. What else is in your way now? My backy pouch, right. Now go and lay down. There's a good girl. Go and lay down. That's it. Keep your wanny end away from the boys. That's it. There you lay down. That's it. Then they'll leave you alone. Alright? Good girl. Yeah. So conduct. Advice on how to look at a situation not just as it is, but look a little bit further down the road. And, well, if that happens that way, that's going to happen, and that's going to happen, and that. Yeah, I was working to a similar principle anyway, because that's what I was taught by my friends in that way of life that I grew up outside of my family life. So I thank Yemi for that. I've got a few channels like that. Sammy the Bull Gravano as well. The psychology of the ADX was very apparent during lockdown and after lockdown. But yeah, you got one in your face before you even moved and thought about it. Stop, Marnie. I saw those tactics on display during lockdown, after lockdown, and it's still going on in the UK, in the outside life, not in a prison environment, because they don't need to do that anymore, do they? Because the 5G grid has just turned council estates into open prisons, where everything's monitored, tracked, surveilled. That is an open prison now. A council estate is now an open prison. As soon as they redial or rechange the frequency on those transmitters, it turns from a communication device to a military weapon, which is microwave technology. A very dangerous thing. So be very, very, very careful of smartphone technology and how you use things online, because the prisons are already built, mate. And there are state agents with kill orders as well, who, if you piss the state off, or they deem you a threat to them, the Royals, or UK PLC, there's section in prison or kill you, depending on the threat level you pose. And as you understand from the video I posted this morning about who I first spoke to when I was very new to the internet, you can understand now why I've been having all this weird shit done in my life and done to my family. And, you know what I mean? Excuse me now. But now it becomes a bit more clearer, doesn't it? I'm not a terrorist, don't get me wrong. But I have communicated with a alleged terrorist that claims he had been set up, which makes me a witness in a very dangerous position, does it not? So, for that reason alone, if I, through some manipulated situation, should end up dead, then you'll know why. Because it'll be made to look some other way about something else. But it'll be because of that. I'm a witness to a crime that was being played out at the time, and I've still held on to that knowledge of what the person actually said. which he got shot in the mouth for, to shut him up. So he couldn't talk publicly. And then he was put in a hole far from anybody, never to be heard from again. So, you get what I'm saying now, yeah? Right. So, have a lovely Friday, folks. If you're out this weekend, be safe, be careful, and be grateful. Most of all, be safe, be happy, and enjoy life. Okay? Have a good one, folks. From me and the dogs. My son's being dad elsewhere at the moment.